people in the Go Home Club go home after school?
Miss March, please, look straight into my eyes. Just like that. Perfect. Now, I'll need you to repeat these next few lines after me, and do so in the same tone of voice.
Okay.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
The sky is blue, not a dazzling display of sparks.
Though dazzling sparks may light up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars.
Are you kidding? That's one sentence? Okay, though dazzling sparks may light up the night sky, they can never outshine the eternal silence of stars?
Very good.
Very good.
The internet is both an umbilical cord and a waste duct for the mind, through which humanity's thirst for elation gave birth to the twisted Sparksy.
Whoa there! That's a bit much. Maybe he can be the one to say it?
These are the test sentences I improvised according to the guidelines from the Human and Intellitron Emotional Baseline Test. I carefully observe the subject's micro-expressions and tone changes at the moment they say the name Sparksy, to check if they are infected by a mimetic virus.
So I passed the test, right?
Given how fascinating your reaction was, I clearly don't need to worry about you. Should you find yourself experiencing any livestream addiction withdrawal symptoms later, feel free to contact the Department of Aberration Defense staff. We'll provide you with a series of corrective behavioral treatments.
You're handling this like a real pro, Miss Kuchiba. Has this kind of thing happened before?
It's impossible to predict what will happen during the Phantasmoon Games. Once, a supplicant reversed the definitions of truth and lies, which nearly caused massive civil unrest. After that incident, we incorporated mimetic treatment into the Department of Aberration Defense's emergency safety protocols. Sparksy Khan didn't cause any casualties this time. But if your partner hadn't stopped Sparksy from spreading the virus, she might have turned into a calamity-level aberration. That's the Department of Aberration Defense's term for them. It usually refers to Imaginae infused with wish power who have lost control and begun to run amok. Over time, though, it's become a label that gets slapped onto any hazardous entity. Without proper containment measures, a calamity-level aberration can destroy dozens of cities as it spreads. That's the scale we're talking about.
You? An aberration? What are you talking about? Though, I gotta say, you do look pretty weird with that mask on.
Don't tell me you're a Cosmicon collective player. The Department of Aberration Defense's hazard ratings are nothing like the power ratings in some card game. Right then, that's all for the required checkup. If you're interested in aberration calamity threat levels and how they're classified, you might want to take a look at this document. However, do bear in mind that causing damage of the aforementioned scale during the Phantasmoon games will cause you to be classified as an aberration and dealt with accordingly. Before I leave, there's one more thing I need to tell you. Remember Lyndon Scott? The man who served as your tour guide. He was murdered.
What? Yeah, the Scott we knew was, a really tenacious opponent.
We're sure. Both the ID and genetic information of the deceased match that of Mr. Scott's. You said he was once your opponent?
You don't suspect us, do you? I wouldn't exactly call Scott a friend, but we'd never do anything like that to him.
Easy there, young lady. I haven't even started asking questions yet. Of course, there's no way the renowned heroes of the Express would harm some lowly IPC employee simply because they had a problem with him. And more importantly, both of you have solid alibis. The initial results of our investigation suggest his murder might be connected to the Phantasmoon games. I'm informing you both of this to warn you to be extremely careful. The Phantasmoon games are far from a simple game intended for passing the time or relaxation. Anyway, I wish you success. Farewell.
Scott. Could he actually... I just can't believe it! But it was Miss Kuchiba who told us, so... it must be true. So, the Phantasmoon games. Pretty frightening, huh? What's your take? Yeah. Even though Scott pops up now and then to give us a bit of trouble, I still feel bad about him dying so suddenly during the Phantasmoon games like this. And without even knowing why.
If the killer is here for the Phantasmoon games, they might become our enemy soon.
The Phantasmoon games. Good thing Himeko entrusted this mission to the two of us. Who would have imagined that the Great March herself would be stopped at the doorstep in the very first round? Forget it. I'm not like you. I was never hero material to begin with. Normally my hands can't even keep up with my brain when I play video games. You're definitely the right person for the Phantasmoon games. It's just... Such a shame. We finally get a chance to vacation in Himeko's hometown. And I thought we'd make some happy memories together. But...
The Phantom Moon Games may be dangerous, but I hope you'll be safe and sound.
Hey, don't look down on me. I, March 7th, am a top-notch nameless who can hold my own. But, look, don't push yourself too hard, okay, you? Remember that we've got your back. Oh, right. Where are Himeko and Mr. Yang? They must be getting examined and interrogated too, right? Why don't you send Mr. Yang a message?
Mr. Yang said he wants to hear what happened between Himeko and her dad.
I can't blame him for being curious. Every victory is hard won.
Have I dazzled you?
Light up the dark. Light up the dark.
You're here. Himiko hasn't mentioned her father at all in the time since I've boarded. So, what is going on between them? As you were the only one with her at the time, you're the only one I can ask.
Yeah, it really threw me for a sec when you said Himiko's father. But when you think about it, it's only natural that Himiko has a father, right? Not everyone's like me, thawed out of an ice block.
"15 years ago, the Phantom Moon Games of that year came to be remembered as the Blood-Stained Games. So many parents lost their children. So many people lost those dearest to them. One of the victims was my very own daughter. Upon my return, I stood before the grave where she was laid to rest. Her name was Himiko. So, this lady who bears her name, who exactly are you?
15 years ago, when I made up my mind to join this Phantom Moon Games, my father wasn't with me. Even as I fought for my life against the Herald of Death, my father was still off somewhere, wandering the cosmos. Strictly speaking, ever since I can remember, his presence in my life has been as thin as the air in space. So, I would ask you, who bears his name, who exactly are you?
Well, look at you. What are you getting so worked up over? Just a joke? A joke. It's been 15 years after all, and you've grown into such a fine young lady. How could you expect your old man to recognize you right off the bat? So, what's with that gravestone I saw with your name on it then?
When you don't know if you'll live to see tomorrow, there's nothing strange about getting your affairs in order in advance, is there, Mr. Ryusuke?
Mr. Ryusuke? How could you be so formal with your own father? At least call me Dad like you used to, okay? Hold it. And you are... Don't tell me. Himiko, is this your child?
Oh, could you please stop making things worse?
I haven't seen you in 15 years, and now I'm a grandfather. Wait. Who's the father?
That's enough! You are looking at my colleague. A new generation of Trailblazer. My friend and my companion on the Astral Express. You understand now, Father?
You hear that? She called me father. Hello there, my friend. Sorry about that. I thought you were Himiko's son for a second there. Sorry. I'm just getting on in years. Whenever I see a youngster like you, I can't help but think my grandson would be about your age by now. I'm a painter. Most of my work involves traveling to different segmenta to complete commissions for my clients. Himiko. I know I've let too many chances to spend time with you slip away.
Just slip away? The first time we met was at Mother's funeral, when I was already 6 years old. Let's put that aside for now. Were you also too busy with work when I was suffering from a weathering curse?
You might not believe me, but I've been running around for your sake all this time. All these years, I've been trapped in this room that represents the past that I imaginated. And I've never left it.
You didn't know about me becoming the Express's navigator either?
15 years. The Express never stopped here once. You didn't even leave behind so much as a single word to indicate you were still alive. And the Department of Aberration Defense completely sealed off all records of what happened during those Phantom Moon games. I did hear many rumors about the Astral Express, though. I even saw the navigator's name. At first, I thought it was just someone else with the same name. And even when curiosity drove me to look up your picture, I still didn't dare believe that the woman so full of poise and grace was my daughter. She'd grown up safe, becoming a living legend in her own right. I thought about contacting the Express, but what if their navigator was just someone who happened to share the same name? I've been clinging to an absurd notion that if I never sought the answer, there was still a 50-50 chance my daughter was still alive. But if I found the answer, and it was no, then she would truly be dead. So, Himiko, how did you...
I'd rather not tarry here too long. I'll be taking my leave now, Dean. The Express has defeated the supplicant that occupied this school and prevented another tragedy like the one 15 years ago. Now it's time for you to fulfill the duties you failed in back then. Go comfort those students, and see if you can't figure out how to deal with the media bombardment while you're at it.
Failed in my duties. So, still mad at me. Can we talk? Sorry, kid. This might be a bit abrupt, but... has Himiko ever mentioned her surname to you? I'm a failure of a father. I broke her heart. But what exactly happened 15 years ago? I can't believe it. She actually survived the weathering curse. Have you heard the tale of the legendary painter Graphia, who hid everything on this planet's surface within a scroll? It is said that to achieve such a monumental feat, she made a forbidden exchange, sacrificing both her own life and that of her descendants, resulting in the weathering curse. Few descendants carrying the Graphia bloodline have lived past 30. Most of them wither like flowers while they're still young, skin cracking and peeling like dried paint. Himiko was no exception. She was tormented by the curse for years, did doesn't matter anymore. The Elixir Seekers' folk remedies, the Intelligentsia's guild treatments. I tried them all, but nothing could reverse the curse. All the time spent searching for cures only resulted in me not being by her side when she needed me the most. In the end, I am nothing but a useless father. I'm just a useless son-in-law who married into the family. Strictly speaking, I can't really be considered a Graphia descendant. You're right. I just didn't realize it quickly enough. How she got through it, how she survived, none of that's important. What matters is that my daughter is back. That's all I need. If I may ask a small favor, would you mind showing me where my daughter works? I want to make up for all the care I failed to give her all those years. I want to get to know my daughter better.
Truly a memorable father-daughter reunion. Brings up some memories of my own home as well.
There goes Mr. Yang with that knowing look again. Just what kind of parent-child relationship are we talking about anyway?
When I was a child, my parents were also always busy with work and were unable to spare a moment for me. As a child, I couldn't help but feel resentful. It wasn't until I became a father myself that I understood how they felt when they were forced to sacrifice the time we could have spent together.
So, did you already promise to give Mr. Ryusuke a tour of the Express? Thought as much. After all, it's Himeko's dad. So, where is he?
Ah, everyone's here. Sorry to keep you all waiting. I'm truly grateful to all of you for looking after my daughter.
Not at all. She's the one who's been taking care of us.
Would you all be so kind as to show me around? So, this is the Astral Express. Really lives up to its reputation. It's even more impressive than I imagined. As to be expected, of course, huh? It's the place where my daughter works. By the way, what's the pay like for a navigator? Does a position come with insurance and an annual bonus?
Talk about parental love. First thing out of his mouth is asking about her salary. Like I'd have a clue. Help! A little backup here? Nice one. Parents can probably relax as long as their kids aren't making less than they are, right?
Really? Don't underestimate me, kid. I've got big shots from across the cosmos on my client list. While I wouldn't say my work is worth a king's ransom, my fees are nothing to sneeze at.
Mr. Ryusuke, please rest assured. None of the Express crew ever lack for money. We not only receive support from members of the Genius Society, but also from prosperous commercial worlds, such as the Planet of Festivities.
Ah, good, good. Hearing you say that is a huge relief, Mr. Yang. Speaking of which, what kind of work does being a navigator generally entail?
Don't you underestimate Himeko either. Her daily duties include, charting navigation routes, calibrating warp jumps, and technical maintenance. Not to mention she's always guiding the Nameless on missions.
Oh, my daughter is really something else, isn't she?
Of course! every time we return safely from a trailblazing expedition, it's all thanks to Himiko's guidance and protection. She's the backbone of the Astral Express. Hey, come on! You're just trying to stir up trouble. If Himiko's the backbone of the Express, then our conductor is the absolute cutest and hardest working of all. Right, Pom Pom?
Oh? We got a new passenger? This gentleman does look kind of familiar. No wonder he felt so familiar. How are you, Mr. Ryusuke?
Conductor? Oh. So you must be my daughter's superior, huh? Well, thank you for taking such good care of her all this time.
Superior? That's way too formal. It's Himiko who's been taking care of the Express and everyone on it.
He's... What is he doing on the Express?
It's all my fault. I was just curious about your daily work, so I asked your colleagues to show me around, and I know I didn't ask your permission first. Just please don't be mad, Himiko.
Mad? Why would I be mad? Mr. Ryusuke, welcome aboard the Astral Express. Is there anything else you'd like to see? I can show you around.
Well, I know you'd rather keep your distance from your good-for-nothing father. You're on a journey, and it's rude of me to barge in like this. But it's been way too long since we last saw each other. As your father, I want to get to know you better. Make up for all the time we've lost. At least while you're staying here. Please allow me to show you some of the fatherly care and devotion I owe you. Will you?
Excuse me? Why don't the two of you go to the party car? Shush, get the drinks ready.
Shush. All right. I'll go make some tea.
That's just our domestic robot's name. Come on, Father. People are resting here. Let's not disturb them. Oh, and, come with us. I want to talk about the Phantom Moon Games, not just personal matters.
They left. Whoa. That's the first time I've seen Himeko be that cold to anyone.
When it comes to breaking the icy silence between a father and daughter, nothing's better than a cup of hot water. The person who drinks it will yelp, "Hot!" and be immediately met with a concerned, "How could you be so careless?" from the other party. And just like that, the conversation starts flowing. Friendly reminder, that is not a joke, but a practical ice-breaking tip.
Your robot is hilarious. I'm surprised how relaxing and comfy the work environment is here.
Got it. I'll make myself scarce.
Being a nameless is neither relaxing nor comfy. Most of the time, we are facing down Void Rangers from the Antimatter Legion, bugs left by the Swarm disaster, Borisin, and various organizations that are suspicious of the Express or have malicious intentions for us.
That dangerous? Huh. Maybe this trip home is a great chance to quit your job, huh? I mean, talk about coincidence. Just so happens I'm getting on in years. And Graphia Academy is in need of a new dean.
You know that's not what I meant. Once I've set my mind on something, I never look back. Ever since I was 6, when you told me those stories about traveling through the cosmos, I knew that someday I would walk among the stars.
Actually, I was just kidding. I'm not completely clueless about what the Express and what you do. Oh, right. Once I knew the Express was coming, I even bought that comic series that's based on your adventures.
Please, don't tell me it's fluffy across the blue. I never thought you'd be into comics.
That's right. The protagonist is a baseball bat-wielding raccoon. The character's based on that kid, right?
As an artist, you do have a good eye. Come over here. Thanks for giving us some time alone.
Hey, Miko. That's the first time I've seen you smile since I've seen you this time. So, what brought you back home this time? What's the story behind our lucky meeting?
Like I said before, we're here for the Phantasmoon Games.
So, the Phantasmoon Games 15 years ago were the reason you were able to overcome the Weathering Curse?
Indeed.
I see. That makes sense. For those of us who haven't experienced the Ionic game firsthand, it's just something from the history books, or even akin to a myth.
But I never imagined that the Ionic game would turn into a blood sacrifice overnight. The Herald of Death was a heartless madman. If I hadn't defeated him then, all of Duomension City would have become his slaughterhouse. During the first few years of my journey, I relived that evening every single night in my dreams. The color of that twilight, painted with blood. So much blood. Blended with terror and screams. The victims were twisted like clay into grotesque shapes, like paint tubes that had been snapped, one after the other. And that man, he reveled in the colors splattered everywhere and wanted the whole world to be his canvas. Even if I could avenge his victims, in the end, it won't bring them back to life. The entire thing is like a heavy piece of baggage. Only by letting it go can I travel the road ahead more easily.
You did your best, and I'm glad to see you made it back here safe and sound.
I thought I'd never come back. But the times have changed. The conditions to hold the Phantasmoon Games have been met again. However, to hold 2 games in just 15 years? That in itself is far from normal. Just like 15 years ago, the IPC wants to control everything. However, a game woven by the most fickle of eons is destined to slip through everyone's grasp. I received a report from the Department of Aberration Defense. I'm sure he must also have heard. There's been a brutal incident in Dovebrook District. Someone massacred everyone at the headquarters of the Sinwish Syndicate, leaving a signature that only the Herald of Death would use. The Bloody Bloom.
What? The Herald of Death is still alive?
People at the Department of Aberration Defense told me that the Herald of Death was executed after his verdict was passed. Even were he to be resurrected, the rules dictate that the same person cannot become a supplicant twice.
Are you saying we've got a copycat?
That's right. The Herald of Death has a copycat. But what I find even more worrying is that this Phantasmoon Games has caught the attention of something even more terrifying than the Herald of Death. I believe that whether or not this Herald of Death copycat has a connection to the Phantasmoon Games, defeating him presents an excellent opportunity for you to demonstrate the resolve of the Nameless to the whole of Plain Arcadia. Exactly. As for you, Dad, have any clients commissioned you lately? It'd be best if you left this world for a while.
May I take that as my daughter showing concern for her dad?
You can take it as a safety advisory from the Astral Express. Also, as he has already become a supplicant and joined the Phantasmoon Games, he will have my full support. I'd like him to temporarily keep the Mask of Elation that has been passed down through our family.
Too late for me to raise any objections at this point, right? Sounds good. The mask stays with the kid.
Thank you. Would you like another drink?
Got it. Next, it's time to show me the way out, isn't it? Oh, I've definitely overstayed my welcome. For most of my life, I couldn't be there for my daughter. And now that I finally have the chance, she wants me to leave. In that case, I ought to be on my way. Himiko. The Graphia family has a number of records about the Phantasmoon Games, passed down through the generations. Come over to the school library later. I'll give them to you.
I'll be there, Dad. I apologize. My father's little tour seems to have made things awkward for everyone on the Express. Let's head to the parlor car and check in on Welt and March. Now that my father's gone, we can all relax a bit.
Has Mr. Ryosuke left?
Yes. I told him to head home for now. After all, what is going on with the Phantasmoon Games has nothing to do with him. I'm really sorry, everyone, for bringing my personal family matters onto the Express.
Not at all. Mr. Ryusuke is your family. And that makes him part of our family too. And the most important thing for family is to be together. So he's welcome to drop by anytime.
Madame Pearl sent a message to the Express just now, inviting our supplicant to a meeting. She'll have a private car waiting for us. Yes. The meeting won't be held in some stuffy, formal reception room. She would like us to visit and tour the headquarters of a company under her name instead. Himiko, you know about Pearlux Corp, right?
Of course. It's the biggest entertainment conglomerate in Plain Arcadia.
Entertainment company?
That's right. Pearlux Corp is a titan, dominating the entertainment consumer market, including cartoons, comics, games, toys, and the like. They've cornered half the market.
Oh, so that's where the Pearl in Pearlux comes from. It's a play on her name.
Did Pearl mention what she wanted to talk about?
She didn't say much, but she specifically mentioned wanting to discuss the developments regarding the Phantasmoon Games, and that she could provide us with a bit of help.
Helping her opponents in the Eonic game? Oh, looks like she realizes we are all in the same boat. Perhaps she has also realized that the Phantasmoon games cannot be artificially manipulated.
We may be able to get a clearer picture of Pearl's intentions after we meet with her.
Think about it. You've already crossed paths with key figures from numerous factions, and even built rapport with some. You're already a capable Nameless who can more than hold your own. Though she holds a high administrative position on this planet, do not forget, she is also one of the 10 Stonehearts. You've already dealt with Aventurine on numerous occasions, so you should have ample experience handling members of the 10 Stonehearts.
Hey, don't worry. If things do get messy, yours truly is here to save the day.
Looks like March wants to visit too.
I'm just trying to look out for him here. Even if things do go sideways, Pearl wouldn't dare get mad at an adorable young lady like me, right?
Well then, I'll leave this meeting to you two.
Aren't you coming with us, Himeko?
I'd like to talk with my father. Didn't he say he would hand over the records about the Phantasmoon games from our family history to me? And honestly, isn't this a good chance for you youngsters to handle things independently?
I understand. In that case, March, and I'll be heading out now.
Oh, score! A private car! So, where are we getting picked up?
You should be familiar with it. It's just under the giant gate next to the At Plaza.
Isn't that where we first met Sparksy? Since we're getting chauffeured there, why not just come straight to us? Perfect! I've been wanting to stop by the comic store to grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue.